All right, so here we are. It's that time of day and time of the week again. We're here for Death Stranding 2 Part 7. Now, I almost didn't stream today because y'all won't be able to see it, but on my screen, right where the door, like, you see the door where it says use toilet, shower, right where that line is on the door, on my screen, on my monitor, I have a line of dead pixels down the middle of my monitor now, and it's constantly there. It's about the same thickness as that door, so imagine that line on the door just moves with the camera constantly. And then I also have another one next to that flickers from time to time on the right side, and another one on the left side that, like, is discolored and kind of flickers from time to time. So I'm just going to have to deal with that all night long, which is highly unfortunate. But I also don't really want to spend another $100 on a monitor right now, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Honestly, I'm probably just going to end up breaking down and buying another one, but I really don't want to. I've got other expenses that I need to worry about. And honestly, I think part of the reason that happened, because this monitor's only 2 years old, and I think part of the reason I'm dealing with that now is because it's right underneath where my webcam sits. So I think the constant pressure on the screen because I move my camera off my screen when I'm not using it. And then every time I stream, I put my camera back on it. So I think the pressure from the camera mount on the screen twice a week for, the last 2 years has done in this monitor. So I'm going to have to probably figure out a different spot to put my camera as well. Because I really do like this monitor. It's a 24 inch. It's either 24 inch or 27 inch curved monitor. It's really nice, and has served me well. But unfortunately, it's not fixable at this point. So what I'm going to start with is, honestly, I really like the curve. It's not a sharp curve. So it's really not noticeable when you're sitting right in front of it. You kind of have to look at it from the top down in order to even see the curve. But and so it's not really that much different than like like a flat monitor. The main thing that I've noticed about it is it allows me to kind of adjust my position a little bit. So if I sit over this way, because of the curve, it doesn't look like I'm looking at it from an angle. And same over here. Like, it allows you to kind of be more comfortable in your positioning without, because you're, with the curve of the screen, it just gives you a little bit more positioning freedom. And from what I've read too, with the curved monitors, it actually works better with your peripheral vision. Again, this is only a 24 inch monitor, so it's like, I don't really need my peripheral vision for it, but our vision is basically coned, so having that curve at the edge of the cone can kind of help you see everything a little bit better. Like with my TV, if I just kind of angle a little bit, my TV is my second monitor above me. If I angle just a little bit this way or a little bit this way, it's more noticeable that it's flat than my curved one. And so it's nice. And I think I only paid about $100 for it. It was a fairly cheap one. But for what it is, it's nice. But I think it from having my camera sit on top of it is what's done this. Because I didn't notice it until today, actually. Which is unfortunate. But so what we're going to start with today is this the scene of the attack on a tri-cruiser for the blue cone shape represents your field of vision. Yeah. There's this uncover the entity of the headless riders sub-order that I took, because I want to get the Ghost Rider on board for our stuff. And so I've already fast traveled back over here to the F4 East Fort Knot, so that's the closest to it. And then once I finish that up, I'll probably fast travel back here to the East Distribution Center. And maybe also get this fisherman on board, because I've got this big stretch right in here that's not connected to the network at all. So I'm going to try to knock those two out and get those two connected to the network before I move on. So hopefully this won't take too long tonight. So I'm just going to, again, grit through it and deal with this stretch of bad pixels on my monitor. And going to open a can a day while we're at it. Oh, I forgot about my hat.
Ooh. You're wearing my scarf. You're wearing my scarf.
Oh yeah, we learned a thing or two about...
Face too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It was him, Neil Vanna. I'm certain of it. That clearly wasn't a memory of yours. Was it some thought of Lou's lingering in the pod? Hold on. Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number 4 years ago, but Vanna died in a void out 11 years ago. It doesn't add up.
Meaning what? That it was his memory we just saw?
He and Lou must be connected. But how?
But anyway, I forgot about Lucy and Neil, and my hat. But last, what was it? This past Wednesday, we learned a little bit more about Neil and Lucy. Lucy was in a relationship with Sam and was pregnant at the time of the Death Stranding. And while Sam was shown a picture of Neil and Lucy, possibly at a Coldplay concert this past Wednesday. On stream. So we've got that going on. Everybody knows about the Coldplay concerts at this point.
Sam, the data you secured for us at the weapons factory earlier has proven invaluable. With it, we were able to continue our investigation and succeed in locating fabricators with similar specifications. I'll brief you in depth as you review the map. Accept this main order from the delivery terminal in order to proceed.
Yeah, we're not doing that right now. Yeah, because that's way over there. So, what we're actually going to do is we are going to, we're going to put the truck in the garage. And actually, I have some lost cargo that I'm just going to entrust to other people. The architect, yeah. We're just going to entrust all of this. And then... we're going to put this back in the garage. And we need a tri-cruiser. So give me that. And I've got enough for 2 batteries. Got to have the extra batteries. We'll go with a red stripe on this one. Looks like I've got some weapons still on my back that, yeah, shotgun, assault rifle. So whatever comes my way, I should be able to deal with. So we're just going to head out. This thing is definitely a lot faster than my truck. I have a generator right here. We're going to make a pit stop at the generator as well. Oh, and I think we were supposed to do this at night. So hopefully it gets night soon. I forgot about that. That was dope. Just hop right over the water. I like how the tires just turn into a paddle boat. Being able to turn while doing a wheelie, that broke my immersion. Is there any way I can see what time it is, by chance? I think it's morning, so I'm gonna have to actually go back to probably the DHV Magellan, sleep until it's nighttime, and come back. Because I have to come here at night. And it looks like the top right corner of this screen looks like the sun is rising. I don't know of any other way to maybe see time of day. So yeah, I guess let's head back to the Magellan and do this all over again. The river is much shallower there, though. Yeah, I forgot I had to do this order at night. Well, Sam, let's go take a nap. We scouted the area out, I guess. Try to make it seem like it wasn't pointless. Yep, now it's nighttime. Okay. Oh, cool. My battery's already charged up. Rampies. Come on. X. I tried to do an X up. It didn't work too well. Yeah, balancing this big ass thing on that rock just on the back tire was pretty neat.
What's happened? Don't tell me it's been hacked. When do highways float in the air?
Since Death Stranding 1.
Highway in the sky. And now we find ourselves trapped. You ready for anything, Sam?
What, do we got a race now? Death Stranding cart.
Let this rider get away.
Welcome, Sam. I prepared this little stage here special for you and you alone. I know you're gonna make the most of it.
Hey, these must be ghost mechs? I suppose there were no headless riders after all then. We need to destroy them all. Let's get the move on, Sam.
Oh, I can use weapons on a tri-cruiser. I was unaware of that.
That's how you do it, Sam. Nice one. You're a pro.
It's like Road Rash meets Death Stranding meets Mario Kart.
Yeah, come on. You're one hell of a driver. You see it, Sam? One of them is different from the others. That has to
be the unit that's hacked into the autopaver.
Jesus.
Sam, can you hear me? Wake up!
And I died
Sam,
again.
Can you hear me? Wake up!
So I'm guessing I need to destroy the one with the blue light on it, because it's the only one that's different than the other ones. He was pissed. But that's proving to be easier said than done. Got it.
Well fought, Sam. I think you took care of every last one.
Highway disappearing? This is good, Sam. Whoa! Ah!
Seems the day is ours, Sam. Oh, what a relief to have made it safely back to the ground. There's no sign of our adversary. The strange road has vanished without a trace, too. Everything seems fine now. Let's go and give the ghost hunter the good news.
Yeah, that was something. It was some road rash Death Stranding cart.
well. Handled that job for me, huh? Let me just review the order details.
A C. Gross.
One fight.
I think that's the worst ranking I've gotten so far.
I feel as though I can really trust you. We forged the bond, you and I.
Sure we have.
So you know, I've decided to increase the amount of material. All right, I'm ready to join the chiral network.
About damn time. No, that was no ordinary deliver mission. You're right. Alright, we got that section. Woodland camo. Will camouflage you in muddy or mossy environments. And what do we got here? Rocket box. A rocket launcher shaped like a piece of cargo and loaded with powerful MP warheads. The rockets can lock onto multiple targets and will be fired once the box is thrown into the air. The type of damage inflicted depends on the target. So it's like a throwable rocket launcher. Neat.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This I'm particularly proud of. Behind the packing tape. Stinger missiles.
Thanks to you, we can finally close the book on the mystery of the Headless Riders. Troubling rumors like that have a way of putting everyone on edge. Makes them want to stay inside all the more. Out here especially. Saw too many people cutting ties and keeping to themselves. Can't say any of us anticipated that the Riders would be ghost mechs, though. And those mechs have something to do with Higgs, too. Isn't that right? Well, now that we know the truth of the matter, we can come up with ways to combat them and their tactics. Then, maybe it'll feel like we're actually making some progress at long last. You know, you've got the makings of a real ghost hunter. I've shared with you some schematics for my favorite tools of the trade. A rocket box and a camo suit pattern. The rocket box fires MP warheads. It's a portable, versatile weapon that's perfect for dealing with all kinds of enemies.
Oh, yeah, I better get going.
You've done some wonderful work for me, Sam. So much so that I'd love it if you could continue. I intend to carry on with my research. There are a few things that I'm still pretty curious about. Maybe they're nothing more than baseless rumors, but if any seem promising, I'll contact you via the SSS. I hope I can count on you when the time comes. Good luck with your deliveries. Take care.
Well, I am going to take all of your chiral crystals, all of your resins, and all of your special alloys. There we go. Alright, now let's head back to where we need to go. Now that we got that out of the way. I like the speed this thing has. I might keep it and use it more often depending on like how far my delivery is. This thing's pretty nice.
Nice stuff.
That and I like being able to pick up crystals while I'm driving. That's really nice. Well, we'll head back to the private room. Fast travel back to where we need to be, and then start making some real progress. Well, I'll do the fisherman first so I can knock that off the list. We'll sleep till morning. So let's fast travel back to here. I think there was... Actually, hold on. Let me store all these special alloys real quick. I think there was a sub-order for the fisherman. In the, distribution center back here. Yep. Deliver all stranded ships' cargo to the fisherman. Hopefully this isn't another, hey, do this for me first. Oh, shit. Well, that was something. Wasn't expecting to just drop off a cliff right then, but... It's alright. We made it. course, it's a BT area. Probably gonna be another massive BT as well.
Not sensing any BTs nearby. Let's move quickly and grab the cargo.
Not sensing any BTs nearby yet. Oh, and of course, I ruined my skeleton, so I'm going to be probably over-encumbered. Yeah. Okay, well... These can go in my grenade pouch. So can these. Or not. Well, I really got myself in a pickle here, didn't I? You know what? Where'd my bike go? Oh, did that get sucked up by the tar or something? No, there it is, right there. Oh, probably because of the batteries, I can't actually load anything on the Tri-Cruiser. Well, then... Okay, fine. Here. We'll just offload it next to this for now. I just hope I can actually carry all of it. Because I'll only be able to put on my cruiser what I can carry. Should have brought my truck. That's the bad thing about this Tri-Cruiser, man. Ain't got storage space for shit. No, I didn't build that monorail up nearly enough in order to be able to use that. I only built one section.
Sam, did you hear that? It sounded like a creature of some sort.
Yeah, why do I feel like I'm going to have to fight a BT once I get all this cargo? Alright, got it all. And I'm glad my trike isn't over encumbered too. Now, the one section of monorail that I built ends right there. I was like, damn, I thought this guy was at the edge of the lake. Well, he is. That's just a peninsula that I didn't know about. Should probably stop boosting now because I don't have a PCC unit. Sitting here like, yeah, I should use this tri-cruiser more often. Battery sucks, storage space sucks. No wonder I don't use it. Skeleton's junk, boots are shot. Sam's having a rough day. Yeah, he probably will need to rest after this one. The coolest thing about this thing, though, is that I can pick up crystals while I'm driving. That's the one thing about the truck that I don't like.
Just a bit further now.
I got your stuff.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal.
got it back for me. You really went out and recovered every last container.
I don't mess around, my guy.
Right. Give me just a moment to
You
check
see the
damage.
hat? Come on now. If I was a dude that messed around, would I be wearing a hat like that?
Cargo doesn't come in better condition than this. Thank you so much. All right, use your...
Alright. Now we got him. Grenade launcher. Lit. Worth it.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
So, you've hooked me up. Cheers for that. The network should help me continue my pursuit of the Lord. Yeah, him. I wager you've heard him sing out by the Tar Lake, haven't you? Private fella, rarely shows his face, but when he does appear again, it'll be a bloody catastrophe. On a scale of what happened to Lakeside Fort Knott. Catch my drift?
No,
It's my
but okay.
hope that the cargo you pulled over here will prevent anything like that. So, thanks again, Sam. Oh, and the data I shared with you is for a remote detonation grenade.
Remote detonation grenade
Humans,
launcher.
mechs, BTs. It's good against them all.
Alright.
Something tells me you're gonna need it real soon.
Gotta go.
Cheers for the help. Really, the Lord of the Tar Lake is a threat we can't afford to ignore. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. So I will need your assistance in the future. It's not the kind of enemy I can take on alone. I'll update you when I know more. Until then, stay safe and stay in touch, mate.
Yeah, there was definitely some foreshadowing going on there.
Well done.
Alright, well. We'll recycle those. I'll go ahead and help myself to these. Thank you very much. Good day. I said good day. Alright, does this guy have an order to the distribution center? Because if so, I'll take that. Deliver stranded creature samples that appear to be ancient fish. Well, I am heading that way. And defeat all floating BTs in the BT area. I'll take your ancient fish. That's as good as you're going to get.
Order accepted.
Just in case, I should also take a PCC with me.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
I shouldn't boost to conserve battery, but I kind of want to get there a little quicker. That's what I get. That's what I grabbed a PCC for. Max from a Goofy movie, huh? I actually just rewatched that movie for the first time in a while. It's a good one. Let's just go.
Okay. Now then.
Construction process now complete.
Wish I could recharge that easy.
Felt that. Felt that.
Alright. Full charge.
This is the stupidest vacation. You drag me from home, you put me on a tri-glide and drive a million miles away. This is just some stupid tar show. Hey, I'm calling it. I'm going to have one of them stupid fan theories that says that Death Stranding came from a Goofy movie because tar spelled backwards is rat. Hideo Kojima inspired by a Goofy movie confirmed. I mean, I've seen some just absolutely, completely, utterly stupid fan theories before that. I'm surprised that one hasn't come up yet. Here's your fish. Take the stupid fish.
It doesn't look too pretty outside. Not bad at all, this car. You've been a true friend, Sam.
Absolute
And
boots.
that's why I want you to have these.
Boots that are suitable for a variety of situations. They boast excellent grip and impact absorption and also make your kicks more powerful. That would have been great about 5 minutes ago.
I'm increasing the materials allocation for you.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Absolute boots are sturdy. They also excel. You might find them a bit heavy, though. I hope you get a kick. So you know, we're thinking of making some improvement. Feel free to...
Okay. Well, let's head back to the Magellan
Well done.
so we can take on our next order for this weapons factory. We're going to want our truck for that. 'Cause that has a gun on it. Give me 2 more assault rifles.
Okay, Sam. The facility we've identified is here. An abandoned factory south of the F5 East Distribution Center. There are operational fabricators inside. More than you had to deal with for the previous order, in fact. And to make matters worse, it seems these ones are configured to produce ghost mechs. Higgs is likely pulling the strings at this factory too. So with that in mind, your main objective is as follows. Eliminate both the ghost mech fabricators and any hostiles you encounter on site. In addition, each fabricator contains vital data that we need you to retrieve and deliver to the Magellan. By analyzing it, we hope to gain insight into Higgs's activities and future plans. Tarman will give you the device you'll need to extract the data before you head out. For now, consider the route you wish to take.
Sam, you'll need to take this ring terminal expansion device with you again. Make sure it's in your possession whenever you attempt to access a ghost mech fabricator on site. If you have it with you, it'll automatically extract data from the fabricated terminal while simultaneously destroying it. Once you've disabled all fabricators, return to the Magellan with the device and submit it for processing. We'll handle the analysis on our end like last time. Remember that it contains special components that can't be reproduced by printers. Take every precaution to ensure you don't break it.
Alright, let's go. Got our vehicular mounted yelling gun that should be able to take care of most of these.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Is that?
Sam, I've got a bad feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us. Stay on your guard and proceed with caution.
Oh, there's a railing there. I was like, why won't my truck go anywhere?
I see now. They build ghost mechs in this facility.
How the hell am I supposed to deal with that thing? Oh, my truck's ruined. That sucks. Sweet. Alright, finally got that one. Should have brought one of them fancy new, grenade launchers with me is what I should have done.
Sam, can you hear me? Wake up!
That, and I also forgot about blood bags. Brought more of those. Alright, I didn't prepare too well. My bad. And I lost my truck. So let's go make some better preparations, shall we? You know what actually might even be faster than that? We're just gonna reload an autosave, and I'll get my truck back. I have no shame in what I just did. Okay, so that's the remote grenade launcher. I'm just going to take the regular grenade launcher. Give me 2. Give me one more gun. I'll take the machine gun, I think. Grenade pistol. Oh, you know what? Yeah, give me a rocket box. Try one of them on for size. And give me another machine gun. And one more thing. Give me the grenade pistol. Because I can actually put that in my handgun holster. So we're going in a little bit more armed to the teeth this time. Yeah, somehow time travel could probably fit in this story somewhere. Listen, if I gotta fight headless mechs and tar whales, I have no, like I said, I have no shame in what I do.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Sam, I've got a bad feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us. Stay on your guard and proceed with caution.
You know what I am gonna do though?
They build ghost...
Just so this thing doesn't get damaged. We'll put that in my truck, and I'm gonna leave my truck behind.
Don't forget the ring terminal expansion device, Sam.
You just worry about your damn self there, doll man.
Sam, the ghost mech fabricators appear to have been activated. This could get very bad very quickly. We need to destroy them as soon as possible.
Destroy all ghost mechs and fabricators. So let's just take things one at a time here. Let me do my thing. What the hell is that? Alright, well. Okay. That seemed like it did a lot of nothing. And I only brought one grenade launcher with me, didn't I? Nope, I got another one. Alright, that's down. At least I thought it was. Ah! Did I get him? I knew this gun was dope. Yeah, buddy. And that's how we do that.
To worry about. And we've secured its data too. There should be 3 fabricators remaining. To keep the ring terminal expansion device safe and proceed to the next.
Well, you asked for it. Look at you coming out of the tar like a bitch.
Is that the last of them? Right. All ghost mechs have been eliminated. Now, to deal with the fabricators, use your ring terminal expansion device to hack into the fabricator terminal. Great work, Sam. Only 2 more fabricators left to disable. Let's move.
Nectar of the gods.
Yeah, I really could have done without Dollman.
Fabricator to go.
Like, I'm sorry, if Sam can link up all of the continental United States, he could probably link up Australia just fine without a dog. A talking one at that.
All ghost mechs and fabricators have been destroyed. All that remains is to take the ring terminal expansion device with the extracted data back to the DHB Magellan for processing.
Like I said, no shame in what I did reloading my game to the last checkpoint, because I could have joined a Discord server and just asked if there was any, console commands or cheats to get the achievements. Because I'm sure there's an achievement for this, if it's like the last thing of an episode. Guys, are there any cheats to just like kill everybody? I just need this achievement. Yep, missed opportunity. Well, we're heading this way anyway, so I might as well pick up these smart drugs.
You're mine.
You're looking good. This delivery is courtesy of you. You just...
Yeah, you're welcome, bud.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'll be seeing you.
Order completed. Well done.
Yeah, I'm not getting my money's worth if I'm not getting an achievement. Only 78% damage taken, too. All right.
It's good to have you back, Sam. Now let's take a look at the cargo you've brought us.
Bam!
This cargo is in perfect condition. Great job. Tarman should have no trouble analyzing this.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Master Carrier. Look at there.
Our analysis of the data you extracted for us has yielded detailed records of deliveries to the factory. It seems both the materials used to manufacture those ghost mechs and the routes used to transport said materials were the same as those utilized by APAC. This indicates that APAC was likely involved in the production of these mechs.
Why am I not surprised to hear that?
Wait, could this possibly mean that Higgs and APAC are working together? We should watch what we say around the president.
I knew I didn't like that
We'll
guy.
need to proceed carefully with our investigation. If APAC and the President did indeed have a hand in these activities, the security of our operations is entirely compromised. One more thing, Sam. Some of the data we received concerned ghost mechs outfitted with rocket launchers.
Fantastic.
I realize you didn't encounter this type within the factory, but it's possible Higgs may have already deployed them elsewhere. We need to prepare countermeasures for the DHV Magellan with all due haste. There's a specialist who can help us in South Fort Knott, just beyond this mountain. Putting F6 on the grid is one of our objectives anyway. For now, we'll make preparations in an effort to secure his cooperation. You should head to your private room and try to get some rest before your next order is ready. And Sam...
Hey, Sam, we know a guy that's not on the network yet, but we know he can make countermeasure stuff for this particular vehicle. So, against possible rocket launcher mechs that we think Higgs may have already built. So, yeah, that's what we're doing next. Yeah, almost everybody it delivered to. Hey, let me check your cargo. Looks good. You never know. Maybe I Ace Ventura'd that sumbitch on the way here. Alright, I think we can store some of these weapons. One machine gun and a grenade pistol should be enough for what we're supposed to be doing next. Always good to take a PCC with me. Yeah, it kind of does, and it's one of them things, too, since everybody does it with every delivery, it just gets very repetitive.
Oh, hey there, Sam. Really glad you could make it. Now, your next main order is ready and waiting, but I should mention there are some special considerations. For one, the cargo container will start leaking toxic gas if it's damaged. This run is going to involve a hard trek up some snowy mountains, too. So make sure you're well and truly prepared before heading out. Now, the adventurer you're delivering to travels the continent to try and solve the mysteries of the Death Stranding. Gotta respect a man putting in that much work.
But fuck Sam.
The cargo you'll be taking him is related to his latest investigations, or so I hear. I'd appreciate it if you helped out, not just with this order, but any future ones as well. Don't let us down, Sam.
Cross treacherous snowy peaks to deliver a meteorite to the adventurer. Well, most of this, theoretically, could be drivable. Could always go around the mountain, too, if I have to. Alright.
Commencing route creation.
Like, I'm thinking if I go... Okay. Thinking we go here. Here. There. Like so.
Delivery route finalized. This cargo has been designated hazardous. The container encasing the cargo may release an
Alright, let's go.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Joe Dirt's lucky meteor. Yeah.
Do you have a moment, Sam? I was wondering if you'd noticed Hartman doing anything strange lately.
I mean, I've seen him dying.
Sending odd mails, sleepwalking. You know I'm not the kind of person who enjoys spying on her colleagues. But when I finally decided to check the surveillance cameras, there he was, wandering around at night. If you see anything out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to contact me.
So he sleepwalks. The guy dies every 20 minutes, and you think sleepwalking is odd. Yeah, lock the doors. He'll be fine. He'll die in 20 minutes and everything will be alright.
Give me a break.
A whiteout's forming. Tread carefully.
I mean, I kind of figured the whiteout was already here, but thanks for the late warning. Ooh, that's a steeper drop than I anticipated. Alright, well, let's go this way just a little bit, and it looks like maybe it's a little easier to get down right there. I mean, I would. What's he gonna do? Freeze to death? He's a doll. Alright, Geronimo. I'll come back and look for you in the later half of Never. You know, I genuinely wonder how long this game would take if you were to actually walk everywhere and not rely on vehicles.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside the zoo.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. You've brought something for my father, right? Sorry, I'm afraid he's not here at the moment. Can't say I know what value this cargo has, but I can assess its condition in his absence. This is in perfect condition.
I know it is.
The old man will be singing your praises.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I just delivered this with no damage in a blizzard, and you're talking about singing my praises?
You came to connect us to the kind of
But not even 1 star?
right?
Come on now, guy.
Sorry, but I'm not allowed to make the decision by myself. And right now, there's no telling when my father's going to get back. He was coming home from a long trip up north and got as far as the snowy mountains nearby, but then we lost contact. I was actually hoping someone could search for him and post a main order. I'm certain he's still alive, and since no one else has taken on the order as of yet, I hope you'll at least consider it.
It's alright, I don't want you to hurt yourself. I'll do it.
Sounds like we've got an emergency on our hands.
The low temperatures will drain your stamina, while steep slopes present a serious risk of slipping and falling. There's also been reports of avalanches. Well, I think what we're going to do is we are going to go...
Commencing route creation.
like so. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. Well, I might be able to make it up right through here, actually. That doesn't look overly steep.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
I suppose we'll take these just in case. At least he's going to do that for me. Alright. You know, I'm sure he was really happy his son waited for a stranger to show up to, you know, start a search and rescue mission.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
You're mine.
Wowzer!
Wowzer. That was cool in, like, the 60s. Aw, damn it. Alright, well, plan B then. Actually, I can get over the ridge. Right over this way. Y'all can't make me something with tracks. Like, give me something Ben Gates used in, you know, National Treasure when he was looking for the Charlotte.
adventurer was in this area when he last made contact with his son. See any sign of him, Sam?
Wait, was that him right there? Did I just run him over? Or was that a rock? You know, I wasn't actually accommodating for the fact that I was outside the network, so I'm going to be screwed when this battery runs out. Wait, right there. Must have walked past or drove past him a bunch of times.
What do we have here, Sam? What a relief. He's still breathing. You can put him in a protective bag and carry him home. You know, he looks familiar somehow. Didn't we save this man once before?
Well. Give me a minute. Didn't I have something that allowed me to... Yeah. Oh, just an efficiency boost. I was like, didn't I have something that could, like, help me recharge my vehicle's batteries? But no, I guess not. Yeah, right there. Allow Sam's battery to supply power to vehicles which have depleted their charge. Enhancements cannot be changed outside of the chiral network. Damn! Pretty sure that's not English. I am the Wizard of Blizzard.
Right then. Let's hurry and take him to his shelter.
Yeah, this looks like the same dude that we rescued for the Dowser. Come to think of it. Well, I guess let's see how far we make it back. A lot of this is downhill, so if I can get back over this ridge right here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
This should get us most of the way, at least.
Delivery route finalized.
Actually, should probably try to drive back up here. And then I could downhill this almost all the way.
Commencing route create. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
As long as I don't boost, a lot of this is downhill. That, you know what? That makes sense. His twin brother. Ta-da!
That one.
400 meters. Think we can make it 400 meters? Oh, yeah. Call this truck the Andrea Gale. Except we're going to make it to our destination. It's a mountain. It looks like there's a decline. Floor it. Yeah. You know.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Hey, I got the guy.
I am invincible!
Only 3% damage to the guy, too. How about that? I think I'm going to celebrate with a second day. Thanks for waking up to give me a like again, buddy.
Oh, I knew I was right to trust you. Thank you for finding him. I need to assess his condition right away. Please wait. He's doing better than I expected, actually. Should be back to normal with a good night's sleep. You've been a true friend to my father. My father said it's okay, so you can go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Alright. Well, there's that. Cool, I can recharge my battery right there on the machine. Climbing power gloves. They can even be used to recover cargo while driving a pickup off-roader. Okay. Does that mean I can collect crystals while I drive?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Connection confirmed. Seems to be working fine. Thanks for that. I'll have my father take a look at the cargo you brought me a little while back. But knowing him, he might vanish the moment I turn around. People have given him a nickname. The Adventurer. He takes it a bit too far sometimes, but it's not like he would stop if I asked him to. Anyway, as my way of saying thanks for tracking him down, I've shared a schematic for climbing power gloves with you. They can help you climb steep slopes and grab cargo more easily. But don't take my word for it. Try them on for size and you'll see. Thank you again for bringing him home. Good luck and safe travels.
Much appreciated, Sam.
Come take a rest.
You should get plenty of rest. Frostbite can be serious. We have to make sure you're not showing signs. Another thing. We need to talk about Hartman's situation. Come and see me when you get back to the DHV Magellan.
Yeah, give me some of these gloves. And, you know what? Give me all this, too. Made all that on one battery charge. Look at me go. His name is Neil. Neil Vana. We gonna see another tap dancing mannequin or anything? Yeah, I think it's about time we change the hat.
Sorry.
I would have just chucked him at the wall. What you doing, bud?
Hey, Sam. Long time no see. It's me, your old pal, Dead Man.
Dead Man.
Sorry if I gave you a scare. While Hartman is off conducting his near-death excursions, I am borrowing his body. My soul is normally confined to the beach, but for 3 minutes, I get to be here.
How's that possible?
Because he has my heart.
You're telling me that's...
My parting gift to Hartman, yes. Per his request, I bequeathed it before departing on my one-way trip to the beach. He put so much stress on his own that it had grown quite weak. If and when it failed, mine was meant to serve as insurance. But as you can see, he appears to have become rather attached to my heart. His finger never far from the proverbial on switch. Which is why I've been able to assume control of his body. Come here. It's good to see you, Sam. I told you in Mexico that someone had falsified BB-28's records. But in truth, it was yours truly. My intention was to leave no trace of a second BB-28 or of Lou. I wanted you to be free to live your lives, unburdened by the past. But then, well, everything changed, didn't it? You lost Lou, and needed answers to make sense of it all. So, I decided to access the network servers from within the beach. Security isn't as strict over there as it is here, you see.
So that was you?
That's right. I am the one who dug up the information about Lou's past. Your very own Hartman was me all along.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Sam. What's going on? And where are we?
Sam. Poor Hartman here is understandably confused. If you give us a moment alone, I'll explain things to him.
Oh, okay.
Episode 9.
Well, I've apprised Hartman of the situation. It's not unlike my own experience. A soul finds itself in a puppet, and then acts as a puppeteer.
It's been a long time since I've watched Freddy vs. Jason.
Vessel to which one has a strong attachment. Human ha or inanimate object. It makes no difference.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received an emergency distress call from the Eastern Environmental Observatory. I urge you to access the Adventurer's delivery terminal and pick up this main order immediately.
Sure, yeah, let's just move things along, I guess. Yeah, we'll wear a Kojima Productions hat for a while. Okay, first things first, before I forget. Give me that. The emergency vehicle charge. Recharges Sam's battery during periods of time fall. Yeah, why not? Faster order preparation makes the process of reissuing standard orders more efficient, meaning they spend less time on standby once completed. Weather analysis, improved coffin board. Okay. Deliver the chiral decontaminators and sedatives to the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Well, we are certainly going to try to make this drive too.
Commencing route creation.
As I feel like that right there is doable. Chiral decontaminator and sedatives. And I've got another PCC unit. And I'm actually on the chiral network all the way up to here. So if I do need to recharge my battery for the second half, I can do so. But considering that I made it from considering that I made it from here all the way over to here, up the mountain, and back to here on the battery, I should be fine. Lit. I can pick up crystals on the off-roader now. So that's cool. It's kind of stupid. I need gloves for that. I mean, I suppose Sam is a little higher off the ground, but it's like, I figure I should be able to do it in both vehicles if I can do it in one vehicle, but oh well. Negative review on Steam. It broke my immersion.
You're mine.
Wasn't where I lost any cargo, but okay.
Gotcha.
Sam, look out!
Damn. Truck's probably fucked now.
You're mine.
Well, it wasn't so bad. Except somehow the containers are ruined, but the cargo is still in okay shape. That's one thing I keep forgetting to bring with me is container repair spray.
Snag.
You know, on one hand, I'm glad I didn't lose my truck, but on the other hand, it also broke my balls. Thin air at high altitudes will drain Sam's consciousness gauge. Try eating a cryptobiote if it looks as though you're going to pass out. Yep, game sucks. Throw it in the trash. Like, I don't know. I just figured if I'm going to be caught in an avalanche and, you know, die and, whatnot, you know, I kind of just figure that truck would be gone. Not complaining, though. Other than the fact that it broke my immersion. It's been through an avalanche, my guy. You're lucky you got it at all.
Well, hot damn, I thought this cargo was lost for good. Truth be told, been waiting a long time for this moment. Go ahead and...
Of course, we got somebody else right in the middle. Oxygen mask connected to the hood. Sufficient battery, the mask will provide a steady supply of oxygen, reducing the rate at which stamina is drained and allowing you to breathe normally in areas of low oxygen or fog. The mask's face guard will automatically disengage if you run out of battery. Neat.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
All right. Connected to the network. Which means I can finally start fixing up this observatory. In case you haven't heard, we've been seeing an increase in chiral density in every region as the network has expanded. More instances of strange phenomena outside network coverage, too. And I've been told this is indicative of plate gate emergence. You know, after being alone all this time, I wasn't sure I'd be able to stay the course. Till you arrived with that life-saving cargo. Should be all set to hold down the fort now. Not exactly a one-man job, but I'll do my team proud. Oh, I've shared schematics for an oxygen mask with you. I'll help you stay active in areas where the air's thin. Personally, I'd recommend you wear one at all times when you're in my neck of the woods. Mother Nature won't show you any mercy around these parts. The biting cold and steep slopes will slow you down, or stop your progress altogether. Now would be a good time to make sure that you're fully prepared for the journey ahead. By the way, the aeronautical engineer who lives northwest of here just posted a sub-order for you. Seems something at the Ghost Mech factory's got him all hot and bothered. Help him out and he might hook you up with some useful gear. In any case, I hope you'll come visit me here again sometime. I understand it's a lot to ask folks to make the trip on a regular basis. But that's why I'm hoping I can offer you stuff that'll be of use in hazardous conditions like these. Keep on keeping on, man. And thanks again for all your help.
This is the President, Sam. Chiral network coverage has just passed the 75% milestone here in Australia. The next leg of your journey will take you to the southern part of the continent. Once the remaining regions have been integrated into the network, the manifestation of a new plate gate is all but guaranteed. Marshal your strength to overcome the final hurdles and make this continent whole again. We're all counting on you.
Sam.
Just want to tell you good luck.
Rain
We're all
is
counting
not
on you.
doing so great. It might be more of a mental than a physical issue, but I'm honestly not sure. Do you remember the doctor from the Motherhood? We think she should be able to help ease Rainey's anxieties. It was Tommen's idea. We already reached out, and she said we could come visit anytime. Since the Motherhood's within the Chiron network, we can use the Magellan to travel there. Once you've made it back to the ship, just head to your private room and settle in. You can use the trip to catch up on sleep. But if there's anything you need to take care of before we depart, now would be the time to do so.
Sam, I'm contacting you via a different protocol. This private mode affords me a direct connection to you alone. It seems Drawbridge has reason to suspect that APAC may have been involved in the production of ghost mechs. This possibility concerned me as well, so I conducted my own investigation and reaffirmed that APAC's underlying technologies are iterations of an older Bridges framework. What I'm getting at, Sam, is that the guilty party is not APAC, but Bridges. Which is to say, the UCA may also have some involvement with ghost mech production. This would perhaps explain why firearms and other weapons have become commonplace on the Australian continent. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. Though Americans first took up arms to liberate themselves from British colonial rule, they retained the right to bear arms so that they might defend themselves against future government tyranny. APAC has no such designs, of course, but Higgs has used factories to obtain weapons in an attempt to subjugate the continent through violent action. And so, the people of Australia have, in response, been forced to take up arms in self-defense. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential sticks seem to become. This particular situation is one that I feared might come to pass, which is precisely why I determined that it must not be the UCA, but a civilian organization which takes the lead in expanding chiral infrastructure. But if the UCA is indeed somehow implicated in these events, it may dramatically alter the calculus. I realize it must be vexing not knowing what to believe, Sam. Should I learn more, I'll contact you at once. For my part, I have a favor to ask. I must insist you not disclose that we've been in direct contact. There's no telling who may be involved with what at this stage.
Order completed. Well done.
Huh. So I gotta deliver Ghost Mech Factory cargo to the aeronautical engineer, who's way up there. But I gotta go all the way back down here to do it first. I got an idea. Give me 4 of these.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Right.
Put a zip line here.
Construction process now complete.
Let me fabricate that oxygen mask. That might really come in handy. Sam looking like a spaceman. Okay, so what I want to do is... Obviously, I got to go back to this distribution center. And then up to here. Okay, so from this zip line...
Commencing route creation.
That's about 300 meters right there. Assuming they go 300 meters. So then I could just go right from the Magellan to here. So what I want to do...
Delivery route.
I want to jump back on my off-roader here. And actually, this will also allow me to recharge my battery. That's only 200-something meters. $266 meters. Let me see if the range on this is still only 300. Yep.
Are you injured, Sam?
No, shut up. So we'll put that at 282 right here. But this way, what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to take the cargo, drive it here to the Magellan, and then once I get this place, assuming this aeronautical engineer connects to the network, then I can put another zip line here and just zip line back to the Magellan. So I don't think my truck's gonna make that trip. Like, I feel like I could make the trip from the distribution center up to here, but it's getting from here back over to here that looks treacherous, and this area right here may also very likely not be drivable. So what I want to do is I want to get the the cargo, come back here, and then I can just climb up this side. Then once I deliver it, if they connect to the network, I can place a zip line here, bam, right back to the Magellan. Or if they don't connect to it, then I can just go right across the border and put one there. Oh, I actually don't have to go to the distribution center. I got to go all the way back down here to the Ghost Mech factory.
That's the way.
So I'm going to finish up this delivery here. We'll see what's going on with Rainey, and then we'll probably be calling it a night there. Vegetable juices.
Gotcha.
Might have to make a pit stop at the distribution center. Well, I've got another PCC unit. I can recharge my battery if I want to, but I might just make a pit stop at the distribution center instead. What is that? guess? I'm gonna have to fight another monster BT. I should still have 2 of them, yes.
All right, we got it. Let's deliver the cargo to the aeronautical engineer.
Get the hell off me, man. Whew, made it in and out without having to deal with any BTs.
You're mine.
I have a bunch of resins and special alloys in my truck. Probably not going to be enough, but I'm going to drop them off here anyways, because that's what I keep stealing them for. Not even close. Now, there's another feature that I missed from the first game. A lot of these distribution centers had like parking spaces and stuff in them where you could just park your car and recharge it. I haven't seen that yet in this one. I know one of the mines had a generator outside. But then again, with how often you're supposed to return to the DHV Magellan, I suppose you don't need a charging station at any of the other places because the Magellan is always right there. So the plan is to head back to the Magellan and then go up here on foot. I spy a container repair spray. I'll need that.
That's the way. You're mine.
Just keep spinning. Just keep spinning. As long as them tires are spinning, we're going uphill.
Stretch my legs.
Alright, so the cargo that I need to take is already on my back. Okay. Now give me these. Only one ladder and one climbing anchor. Is there anything else? A floating carrier. I'm not carrying that much. The coffin board, maybe, but I doubt that's going to go uphill worth of shit. The absolute boots. You know what? Give me some absolute boots. Well, the plan is to put a level 2 PCC at the top of the, you know, the guy. And that's what's going to get me back down. And I don't have my level 2 PCC for that, so... Only 500 meters. I'm sure going downhill on that board could be pretty sweet, though. If this dude doesn't join the network after this, I'm going to be upset. Now, I hope those rocks right there aren't going to be in the way. That high up, I can't imagine they would be. Climbing a hill like that just looks like hell. No way my truck would have driven this. Well, that PCC unit is farther away than I was expecting it to be, because that's already over 300 meters. So, guess let's pop this one up here. And I'll just have to make another zip line at the top. Not sure how I'm even making it up this slope, to be honest with you. Looks like the highest point in the game is actually maybe right there. Or right here. But either way, I'm at the... I'm about to get a hell of a view here in a minute, possibly. If it wasn't like snowy and foggy, that'd be pretty lit. Now I wonder. Nope. Gonna be too much in the way. Was hoping I could make my next zip line from right here. What we are gonna do though is put down the old climbing anchor that I didn't bring. Well, that's one way to get down, I suppose. Yeah, I remember now putting the climbing anchors away like an idiot. That's alright. Sam's ability to detect BTs has decreased. Oh, that's because BB is in octopus mode.
Restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Now, if you don't connect to the network from this, I'm going to be upset.
Must have been quite the ordeal hauling yourself up here. I salute your dedication.
Great, connect to the network.
You found the cargo I asked you to recover.
Yes, I did connect to the network.
I'll go ahead and take stock of what you brought.
As long as you connect to the network, I don't care. It's the only reason I'm here.
I guess the condition isn't all that bad. Your assistance has ensured that I have what I need to carry out my... Go ahead and link me up with...
That's all I wanted. There we go. Got a nice sizable chunk of Australia linked up now. Floating sentry gun, a thrown weapon that floats in the air, automatically attacking enemies within range. Fires MP bullets effective against any target but cannot detect BTs and is therefore unable to attack them. Up to 4 sentry guns can be deployed at a time. That's pretty lit. Cargo catapults can now be used to launch SAM. We're going flying.
So this is what it's like to be on the network. The computational capabilities are far beyond what I anticipated. Amazing. Oh, and it's already yielded a useful result. Let me share this data with you. It's for a float. Toss it in the air and it'll hover in place. And since it fires MP bullets, you don't have to worry about unintentionally killing people. But that's not all. I've refined the design of the cargo catapult so that you yourself can climb inside and be launched into the distance. A useful option if you want to bypass particularly rugged terrain along with your cargo in a single quick trip. I mean, I have to say, it's incredible what the chiral network
I
can help us
believed he
achieve.
could fly. Well, so much for the zip line idea.
Bloody oath you can. It's an innovation made possible through the application of my research. The core launch mechanism hasn't changed though, so you can't steer the pods like traditional aircraft. But you can adjust your trajectory to hone in on a landing point once the parachute is opened. Traveling by air in this fashion is an efficient way to traverse uneven terrain with minimal effort.
Kind of range we
Of
talking?
course, you want to make sure your flight path is clear of obstacles before you launch. It's entirely possible to fly smack bang into a wall if you're reckless, and that would hurt. A lot. Yeah, some people should think twice about using catapults, but I'm pretty sure you'll be careful. Thanks again. I'm glad we could meet. You've given me a renewed hope for the future of my work here. Come visit me again. Maybe I can find a way to make your work easier too.
Order completed. Well done.
Well, go ahead and give me... I'm going to take 3 of these, just in case. Just in case this catapult idea don't work out. Then I can still rely on the zipline idea. This goes to the adventurer, to the environmental observatory, and recover special alloys. Not today. However, we will take this, though. We will not. I don't know if I'll be able to take all of that in the, you know, thing with me. So, I'm not going to worry about that right now. But...
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Sweet. Well, we ain't getting that stuff back. It's a good thing I packed 3 PCCs. Because one of them went flying. Well, I guess let's climb to the top of this here ridge and see if we can put one up there. That's where we're putting it. Right there.
Construction process now complete.
Well, I guess YOLO.
Oh, what a wonderful view!
I was honestly really tempted to see what would happen if I didn't open a parachute, but I didn't want to die right then, so. That was awesome. It's like, well, I gotta get up and over that mountain. Catapult. Now I just need to make me a catapult that'll get me back to that guy at the top of the mountain, and we'll be set.
Good morning, Sam. The DH-3 Magellan is currently docked near the Motherhood shelter. An escort arrived a little while ago to take Rainey inside. The doctor has requested to see you as well. Head on over whenever you feel ready.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with Rainey before we call it a night.
Snow. Huh.
Close your eyes. It's okay. You can trust me. It's a healthy baby girl. She's beautiful. She certainly is. Okay, coming up on 3 minutes. Someone needs to go home.
Waves?
Yes, they are. Your womb is connected to a beach. Now, open your eyes. Rainey, the child you're carrying is not dead. It's just that time has stopped in your womb. Your daughter and her mother are in perfect health.
But there's still no treatment, is there?
When the balance between our world and the beach is finally restored, you will give birth. There's nothing to worry about. Come on. All in due time. So wait and have faith that you and your child will be fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about you? Someday I'll have a son, but until then I get to see him once a month. It'll all work out. Yeah. For all of us.
Sorry, but would it be all right if I took another look at your pod?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll head back first.
The thing is, when I did my examination on your pod, I got the strangest feeling. The BB in that pod was there far longer than any typical BB. I'd like to check your pod's production number. If it's an official model, it'll have one inscribed on it.
I can tell you right now, there's no number written on it.
No, it wouldn't be on the outside. It would be inscribed on the inner wall. Now, you can't open a pod without endangering the BB's life, but there is a way that we can peek inside. See? Right there. See, a pod's production number is a record of when the occupant was transferred from the still mother's womb. Sort of like a BB's date of birth.
Impossible. 11 years ago. On the very same day as the Void Out.
Lou's date of birth was 11 years ago.
And not just that. The serial number is BB00. Which would make Lou one of the first test subjects.
Yeah. That would appear to be the case, yes.
If we scour the archives for any mention of BB00, there's a chance we might learn more about Lou's past.
You really should try and put this behind you.
Then why did you ask to look?
And digging up the past won't help.
I think it's time we return to the DHV Magellan.
I just don't understand how that can
You
be
know,
Lou.
Sam, seeing as you've come so very far, you should take a moment to see to any unfinished business before you commit.
Shut up. Okay, so here's the entire document that we have on Lou. I'm just going to ignore the whole Rainey section because essentially all that told us was that she's not carrying an actual stillborn child. She's carrying a perfectly healthy child, but apparently her womb is connected to a beach where time doesn't exist or time has stopped or something, so she's just permanently 7 months pregnant. So Lou, a bridge baby with a serial number BB28. When Sam first encountered BB28, the unit had been deemed surplus to requirements and earmarked for disposal. But the two formed a bond, and Sam took the BB with him as he crossed the North American continent. At some point along the way, he stopped calling the unit by its serial number and started using the name Lou instead. After the UCA was established, Lou was declared non-operational and was once again condemned to incineration. With Deadman's help, however, Sam faked Lou's disposal and removed the bridge baby from its pod. Ordinary BBs cannot live outside their pods, but by some miracle, Lou survived and started to develop like a normal newborn baby. The pair went into hiding in a reclusive bunker on the Mexican border while the UCA searches for them. Deadman discovered that there were two bridge babies with the serial number BB28, an apparent administrative error. 4 years ago, a bridge baby marked BB28 was incinerated. However, shortly afterwards, Sam was given a unit with the same number. This is the BB that Sam called Lou and took with him on his journey across North America. Records, however, exist only for the BB28 that was incinerated. Given that each BB serial number is meant to be unique, it would therefore appear that there is no record at all of the BB28 known as Lou. Sam first met Lou before he embarked on his mission to connect North America to the chiral network. He was given the job of urgently transporting a corpse that had been discovered in Central Knot City to the incinerator. A member of Bridges' corpse disposal team named Igor Frank joined him on the journey. Igor was not a doom sufferer, so he took along a BB pod to detect the presence of BTs. But the corpse started to necrotize during transportation and transformed into a BB. It caught Igor, though not before he was able to give his BB pod to Sam. The void out that followed destroyed Igor and K1, leaving Sam and his new BB all alone in an enormous crater. The BB was Lou, who Sam took on his journey across North America. It emerges that Lou, which Igor had taken out of storage prior to the mission, had inherited the serial number BB-28 from another bridge baby that had been incinerated. It is also revealed that Lou's still mother had already died. On the inner wall of every BB pod is inscribed its unique serial number and production number, the date when the occupant was transferred from its still mother's womb. Lou's pod is inscribed with the date on which Sam and Lucy were caught in a void out 11 years ago. The serial number written inside is BB00. Much of the documentation from the BB experiments was disposed of by Bridges researchers at the time or is no longer possible to view. However, it seems reasonable to surmise that 00 would be the number given to one of the first subjects of the experiments, and yet they took place before Lou was even born. But the number must mean something. Drawbridge will continue their investigations into the meaning of Lou's serial number and try to unravel the mystery of Sam's bridge baby. Lou was 11 months old, bro. How is he back to a baby? Sam successfully connects Mexico to the chiral network, only to sink into the depths of despair after learning that Lou has been killed. In order to get Sam back on his feet, Fragile proposes a new mission, to bring the continent of Australia onto the chiral network as well. Sam joins up with the DHV Magellan, Drawbridge's mobile base. There's not a damn thing in here about... So, yeah, Lou has been killed, but... I feel like I missed something at this point because I don't understand how... Because in the one cutscene, we saw like the little baby handprints like go back into the pod. So I could see if Lou was like a BT in the pod or something. And obviously now he turns into an octopus when he's pissed. But the fact that he still has... I mean, I can understand how... Well, no. Because theoretically, Sam shouldn't even have Lou's original pod anyways. Because didn't he... Well, maybe he didn't incinerate the pod itself. I'd have to go back and rewatch that cutscene. But even if he... Because obviously we saw the BT handprints, the little baby BT handprints, like climb back into the pod. But again, like I said, at that point, Lou...
New obligation.
Theoretically should be a BT in the pod. Not like this. Because Lou was 11 months old when he was killed. So therefore, there is not a single logical way possible for this to be Lou. So either I missed something, there's a gigantic fucking plot hole here, or there's just something we haven't seen yet. And I'm hoping it's at least number 3. Please make this make sense by the end of this game. That's all I'm asking at this point. See, that's what I was thinking too, is that maybe it's only in Sam's head. But at that point, I mean, I suppose they could all just be letting Sam walk around with it as a way of letting him grieve or something, but...
Thank you.
In the place where I came from, no one gave birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mothers' bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
It's only natural that Tamara wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in a realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But Rainey's baby will be born, right?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
Talk about terrible, Sam. I've heard dogs with better tones.
Hi, Sam. Tarman here. I'm pleased Rainey's feeling better. And now that that's settled, we're all set to continue linking up the continent. Your next main order requires you to retrieve some intriguing cargo. And for convenience's sake, we've decided to transport you to the mission area in the Magellan. Speaking of the Magellan, I think it's high time this old girl's weaponry got a bit of an upgrade. I've gotten in touch with a researcher based in South Fort Knott for this very purpose. I'll need your help, of course, but the details can wait until we get there. I'm sure you're eager to get underway, but the tar currents nearby have grown unstable. It's going to be a bumpy ride. As a safety precaution, I'd like everyone to assemble on the bridge before departure. Come and join us as soon as you're ready.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it here. We'll see that. See that on Wednesday. Now, here's something I want to do real quick. Okay. I want to load up the stream that I did where I first got to the motherhood, because your question there, Grim, got me thinking about if anyone else has seen Lou. So I want to load up, I want to say it was part 4. What's that? Good evening, lads and lads. And no, I think it was... Did I make it to the Motherhood? No, I only made it to Hartman's lab in this one. So it would be part 5 that I originally made it there. And I just want to see this part again.
It's all right. They don't mean us any harm. You must be Sam. Thank you. Couldn't have been easy getting here. Folks call me the doctor. My sisters and I don't normally allow men inside, but for patients we make an exception. It's clear you've suffered greatly for this child's sake. Haven't you? May I, Sam?
Yeah.
Why, though? You might hear some of my commentary from that stream in the background, but...
Oh, these. They're chiral hands. So your BB's passed on.
You have dooms then, I take it.
I do. And it's given me an unusual gift. I can remove a BB from a still
She's got
mother's
2
womb
right hands.
without resorting to invasive surgery. And safely place it in a pod with minimal distress to the fetus.
Without using any tools whatsoever? So you're a psychic surgeon then?
A psychic midwife is what they call me. When I was with Bridges, I used these techniques to remove BBs from their mothers. Sam, you may be suffering from persistent, complex bereavement disorder.
Okay, hold on a second. Lou's not actually in there. I'm gonna head to the University at Google real quick. Persistent, complex bereavement disorder. Persistent complex bereavement disorder is also known as prolonged grief disorder, is a condition characterized by intense, persistent grief that significantly impairs daily functioning and social interactions. It is not simply normal grief, it is a prolonged and debilitating form of grief that requires professional attention. This is the Google AI overview. According to psychiatry information sites, this disorder involves symptoms like intense yearning for the deceased, difficulty accepting the death, and avoidance of remainders of the lost, which persist for at least 12 months after the death. A deep ongoing desire for the deceased person, frequent intrusive thoughts and memories about the person who is deceased, a persistent struggle to acknowledge or come to terms with the reality of the loss, feeling detached, numb, or avoiding reminders of the death and the deceased, inability to carry out normal routines, social isolation, and difficulty maintaining relationships. So that all tracks that what we see as a player of Lou in the pod is what Sam sees, and that It's what he wants to see. And I suppose, given the way this game is, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for, I guess, BT Lou to be in the pod still. So that way, Sam is still getting the... Because in the first game, Sam, he has dooms, also in this game, obviously, but his dooms only allows him to sense BTs, not see them. That's why he had Lou. That's why he needed Lou. So if BT Lou is in the pod, because we did see in the opening cutscene of the game, like I said, the handprints, and it looked like Lou potentially as a BT crawled back into the pod. And so Sam sees baby Lou. I honestly, now that you mention that, I don't think that pod has been anything other than black in every cutscene. So I would imagine by this point, none of the other characters have seen in the pod. But that would explain also why potentially Sam... Because one of two things has had to happen. Either Lou is... Because they just revealed that, you know, this BB pod was created the day of the Void Out and all that. So this BB has to be Lucy's baby. Lucy has to be Lou's mother. But now the question is Sam his father, or is this Neil Vana his father? And I'm willing to bet, it looks like, at least to this point, that Neil would be Lou's father, because we are now getting what appears to be Neil's memories through Lou. Which, that's like some Assassin's Creed level shit there. So we still haven't, I guess, ironed that out, but obviously there's a connection between Lou and Lucy. There has to be. And I'm willing to bet that Lou is not actually in the pod. That's just what Sam wants to see. Which maybe would explain the octopus when he's pissed. I'm going to have to really pay attention in the next handful of cutscenes to see if the BB pod lights up at all. And I don't think to this point it has. Aside from just Sam. So that... I've said this to Grim several times. Trying to make sense of some of this is just not something I have the mental capacity to do. Maybe I'm stupid. But it's one of them things where it's so far out there that it's just like, does it even really matter if it makes sense? Not really. But as Grim mentioned earlier about the, you know, Kojima's attention to detail, you look at the Metal Gear Solid series and there's really not a whole lot of like plot holes or anything like that. Like, you can pretty much find a reasoning for just about damn near everything. You know, whether it makes sense, you know, to at least in the MGS world and universe and the way things are with nanomachines and all that stuff, you can pretty much, if you can't figure it out, you can go online or you can play the games again and you can put things together and eventually get the big picture and everything makes sense. In this one, that was one of the biggest things that I was struggling with, was like, this isn't Lou. And I also want to take note of the other characters on whether they see Lou or not, but also whether they talk about Lou or not. You know, is it one of them things where they only talk about Lou in the past tense? You know, is it one of them things where everybody else around Sam has kind of already accepted it and he hasn't, or if, you know, potentially everybody else around him is just like, okay, let's just not, you know, let's tiptoe around the issue, let's not bring it up, and if the topic of Lou gets brought up, we'll still talk about him as if he's here, so they can get Sam to do what they want. So I feel like for some of this to make sense as we progress, we need to pay attention not to Sam and not to Lou, but everybody else. Might just be something I'm looking into too hard as well, but that's the one major thing that's bothered me so far up to this point, because I felt like I missed something. But I guess by this point, probably should have figured that out already. And actually, I mentioned it in this other one. All right, what's that? Well, I'm not going back to it now, but I mentioned something in there right when she gives the doctor gives Sam his BB back at the end of in part 5, where, you know, she says your BB's passed on, and he says, you know, let me. I do want to see
what's
that. Because she mentions his disorder, and then he gets a little bit upset with her about it. The amount of driving that I'm doing in this game, I should have set my...
Midwife is what they call me. When I was with Bridges, I used these techniques to remove BBs from their mothers. Sam, you may be suffering from persistent, complex bereavement disorder.
Lou's not actually in there, is he?
Call me here. Tell me I got issues.
Sam, we're the motherhood.
What now?
Okay, and at this point, they just completely deflect from that and talk about something else.
This shelter's a safe space for...
So, on that note, I'm going to call it a night. Grim, thanks for hanging out with me all night. Hopefully this is somewhat interesting. I just really hope at least at some point, how far am I into this according to my PlayStation home screen? It says, well, let me actually, yeah, I made the save. So close the game. Well, now it just won't tell me, I guess. Normally it'll have like an indicator right there, like how many % you are in the game. But I'm not getting that right now. But I think before I started, I was at like 64%. So I'm just hoping, because a lot of the, you know, Metal Gear games and the first Death Stranding, you're kind of left in the dark about a lot of things, and then towards the end you get that like villain speech, you know, that reveals everything and kind of puts everything together, and you just kind of go, oh shit. I'm expecting that. That to me just feels like classic Kojima writing. So hopefully we'll be seeing that soon, and maybe something will start to click at that point, but I feel like we're already starting to put together the truth, right? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I actually am in the process of wrapping this up right now. I was going to go maybe another 30 seconds. But thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. But I feel like by this point we've gotten far enough to be able to connect enough dots together that we can see where it's going, and obviously there could be a plot twist in there. I think episode 9 is where I'm currently at. I've got like 3/4 of Australia connected at this point. So I feel like probably within the next 2 or 3 streams we'll probably get that either aha moment that connects everything or a solid plot twist that's gonna, make us think that we thought we knew what was going on, but we really don't. Yes, I will be back on. I'm not sure where you're located, but I'll be back at 11:30 p.m. Wednesday night, Eastern time, to continue this playthrough. And then next Sunday again around the same time as well. And then my brother Grim there, he's going to be playing an old PS2 game again tomorrow night, called The Operative. No One Lives Forever. Just woke up, so probably won't catch that. It's all good. I understand. Everybody's got their own, schedules, their own lives, their own stuff to do, and, especially considering if we're in different time zones, that certainly doesn't help matters any. And if you're just waking up, you're probably either on day shift or several hours in another direction. So I get it. I just appreciate you stopping by for a minute. If you'd like, pinned in the chat there is the link for the Grimbeardson Discord. You can join that if you wish. Grim and I are brothers. Depending on where you're at in Europe, you're 5 to 7 hours. Probably 5 to 7 hours ahead of where we're at. So it's actually 3 in the morning for me right now, which is why I'm wrapping this up. But if you would like, the invitation's there to join the Grimbeardson Discord. Grim and I are brothers. So we share that Discord. Both of us post in there when we are getting ready to get started on our streams, our stream schedules. There's a YouTube notifier in there. You'll get notified when we post YouTube videos, go live, all that stuff. Also, there's sections in there to share your own, live stream links and YouTube videos and all that stuff. I'm the speedrunner of the group. Grim's more of the retro guy of the group. We got a little bbit of everything going on in there. So, I'm going to call it a night now. So, again, thanks for stopping by, and apologies for, the high bye here, but I need to get some sleep. So right up there on YouTube will be the subscribe button, and then in that corner over there will be the playlist for the entire Death Stranding 2 playthrough, and that's going to be it. At some point, I do need to get that next Horizon Zero Dawn remastered speedrun done, because I'm not happy with the one that I have, and so I don't want to upload that to speedrun.com yet, and I would like to stream it again, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So we're just going to have to wait and see on that one. But until next time, thank you all for stopping by. Stay suave.